Over the past few years, people have been making thousands of dollars every single month using something called sportsbook arbitrage. It's a strategy where you're not trying to predict the winner, you're mathematically locking in a profit by covering both sides of the same bet across two different sportsbooks that are priced differently. For example, you might be over on one sportsbook, then under on another sportsbook, and if the prices are far enough apart, you make money regardless of which side wins. The problem is that once sportsbooks clock in that you are arbitrage betting, they will either limit your account to the point where you can ultimately not bet anymore. It's happened to me, it's happened to many of other sports bettors. However, with the rise of prediction markets, that's totally out of the window. There are no bans, there are no limits, and the best thing about it is that prediction market prices as of now are extremely inefficient, which leaves a lot of opportunity for traders like myself to arbitrage these venues. Myself, my team, and a lot of our users have now been arbitrage trading for nearly a year, and we've gate-kept our strategies up until March of this year. As in this video, I'll be telling you what prediction market arbitrage is, how you can do prediction market arbitrage. I'll be going through a live example, and then I'll be showing you the tool that I personally use. So what is prediction market arbitrage? I'll keep this very simple. There is multiple prediction markets out there. The major players are Polymarket and Kalshi. You've got Limitless, Predict.Fun, Opinion, and ton of other prediction markets out there. Now, when it comes to Polymarket and Kalshi, what you are looking for in this case, you're looking for the same exact event, as these prediction markets list the same event a lot of the times. And what you're looking for now is for the same exact outcome, and you're looking to buy both yes and no for that same outcome in two separate venues. So you're buying yes on Polymarket and then no on Kalshi. Now, what's important is that these contracts in binary prediction markets will resolve to either $1 if you're correct and $0 if you're incorrect. For this market, priced at 71 cents, if you're correct, you will resolve to $1. So you have 29 cents in profit for each dollar that you put down, if you're correct. If you lose, that will be equal to $0. So you ultimately end up losing your money. So how do you make this risk-free arbitrage actually work? You're looking for both yes and no for the same exact market, same exact event, and you're covering yes and no on two separate venues. In this case, yes on Polymarket, no on Kalshi, and you need that price for both yes and no to equal below $1, as ultimately either one of the legs will end up resolving to $1. So if price of yes on Polymarket was 35 cents and the price on no on Kalshi was 40 cents, that's a total of 75 cents. That leaves 25 cents on the table, and a 25 cent spread is your profit. That's ultimately how prediction market arbitrage works, meaning you're not losing even though you lose one leg. You winning one leg equals $1. So again, put it simply, you are betting on the same exact event, the same market, on two separate venues for two separate contracts, the yes and no contract. And when the price of both yes and no contracts are below $1, whatever's left over is your profit. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to go through a live example as it will cleanly lay it out for you. In this case, we got an event on will any AI model reach a certain score on the Math Arena score by December 31st. Now, this is available on Polymarket, also available on Kalshi, but slightly worded differently. Don't you worry, I'll show you exactly how to find these opportunities in a second. Now, when it comes to the math, you can see here that no on Polymarket for 1600 is currently priced at 77.3 cents. Now on Kalshi, for yes in this case, it is priced at 6 cents. This is a live example as of August 18th, 2026, right? So this might not be available, maybe in a few months or in a year, it'll be closed already. But if you're watching this and it's available, well, you can go ahead and execute it, and it's an available arbitrage trade. Some free source for anyone that's watching. But ultimately, you can see here that no is 77.3, yes is 6 cents. Now, you want to check through the resolution rules, make sure that the resolution rules actually match. A lot of the times, the titles might not be matching, but the actual event and the outcomes and the actual resolution is correct. In this case, they are checking for December 31st. On Kalshi, they are looking for January 1st on the same exact source, which is the LLM Arena leaderboard. So January 1st, December 31st, ultimately it's worded the same exact. It's worded differently, but it resolves the same exact way, right? So this is ultimately where we're gonna find our arbitrage, our spread, right? So no 77.3 plus 6 cents on yes for the same exact market, that will equal about 83.3 cents. Now the 16 cent spread is where we have a profit. Now ultimately what that means is if we put $100 on both legs here, priced accordingly, of course, I'll get to that in a second, you're gonna come out with a $16 profit. Now one thing you need to take for account is the order book spread, the fees, and also me making sure the markets are actually matching. Because sometimes the markets, as I said, can be titled the same, they might resolve totally differently, and you will end up losing your money on one of the legs. And now I will show you how ultimately you can find these opportunities, you can avoid all these risks for when it comes to the market matching, the resolution rules, the order book spread. Now, me and my team have been doing prediction market arbitrage for over a year now, since early 2025. And we gate-kept our tools, we gate-kept our strategies, but as of December, we released them to the public in beta, and since then, some of the top prediction market traders have been using our platform. We've been cited by some leading names, and we worked with all the leading prediction markets to bring tools like a prediction market arbitrage tool to you, so you can ultimately use them and trade prediction markets a lot smarter. You can see some of our users' reviews for our arbitrage tool on the screen, but you can also go ahead and join our community on Telegram in the description and speak to them there and speak to us. I'm very active there, so you can speak to me directly, you can have a chat, and I can sort of show you a lot more about what we are doing at Predictify. But my main point is, what do we do when it comes to prediction market arbitrage? Well, we go from A to Z. We find the price gap across 15 plus prediction market venues, so Polymarket, Kalshi, and 13 others, and a lot more than that, but you have to sign up and check out so you get an idea on what you can actually do with our platform. We check the opportunity for you, so we check the spread, is there an arbitrage available, we check the fees, we check the available liquidity, the order book depth, and then we display the final opportunity for you. This is just a quick demo, but ultimately you can see here we're checking each hand on how much you should put on Polymarket and Kalshi. We then calculate the fees, and also you can see here, maybe not here because this is a demo, but we also, depending on how the order book depth is, your profit can actually go down if you go with a higher capital. So we make sure that you put in the right capital on both hands before you take any risks. Now, you ultimately, what you have to do once we display these opportunities on our platform, you just buy both sides below $1, which we display. In this case, we got a market for 43 cents on yes, 46 cents on no. So you're making about a 11% spread, I believe, yeah, about 11% spread here. And very simple, we show you what you need to do, and you just ultimately just execute. You keep the difference on that $1. And this is just a quick sort of comparison how that looks like if you're just arbitrage betting on Predictify, and if you're just sports betting, which is a loser's game, to be completely frank. Now, we do charge $48.88, but I will leave a code on the screen right now, TAF20. You can get 20% off using code TAF20 on a monthly subscription. So it's only for 5 users. So the first 5 people that use this code can get 20% off. And I'll try to do more of these in the future videos, so make sure to subscribe. Now I'm going to quickly show you a live opportunity. So the AI opportunity I just shown you on our platform, that's how I found it. You can see here, yes on Kalshi is 6 cents, Polymarket no is 78 cents. We scanned that and we found this opportunity. We displayed the opportunity right here. And you can see here actually what is interesting is, depending on the order book depth, we show you the max amount you can actually put down before you start cutting down on your profits. In this case, if you go in with $220 or $205, you're making about $31, right? The higher you put, you're actually going to make less money in your net profit because the order book is not as deep enough. So when the order book depth is not there, you're going to eat into your profits, and we make sure we calculate that for you. We do it across 15 plus venues on our platform. But with that being said, it's been your boy Taf. I'll see you guys next time. If you did enjoy it, drop your like, and if you didn't like it, drop a dislike, and let me know in the comments what you didn't like about the video so I can improve them in the future. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.